Welcome everyone back to our videos. I'm Laurențiu,
And I'm Alexandra.
Twin Flames in Harmonious Union, students of Jeff and Shaleia, and Ascension coaches affiliated with Twin Flame Universe.
And today we would like to talk to you about what if you feel stuck on your twin flame journey. What there is to do and how can you unstuck yourself? How can you solve this stuck situation? So maybe you have been working on healing something between you and your twin flame for a long time. Maybe you've tried to breach the wall of communication, right? You want to have more communication with your twin flame, or any communication, or you want to have a deeper relationship. Maybe you would want to go deeper into like romance together, right? Well, how do you breach these kind of walls where you feel stuck? You feel like you've been in this situation forever, like it's like, and like nothing is going to change no matter how hard you try. Well, we want to tell you that first of all, you can escape. You can break through this situation. You have to choose for it to happen, and just practice the mirror exercise and follow the teachings of Jeff and Shaleia with this. Mm-hmm. And what we know from Jeff and Shaleia is that you will have to have faith on your journey with your twin flame, and you will have to surrender how things look like now in order for things to get unstuck. Yeah.
And let's share from our experience how this works.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I am bringing them back to to our story, to the way we got together. And it's like before being together, as you guys know, like I was very much like, she just said no to me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just be friends with you. Like we shared this in a different video, and then I was like, just like surrendered. That was what I did in that moment. I was just like surrendered, and I just went forward, and I kept going forward. And even like before the moment of being together, like I just had to surrender again. Like in that moment, the more you surrender, the more things that are meant for you are gonna come to you. And that's what happened with us. Like I was surrendered, and then she was like, oh, but actually I want to know more. I want to come there and understand. And then she realized, okay, I actually love you.
Yeah.
So
and surrender like doesn't mean you give up, right? You continue to work the process that is presented to you. So you continue to do the mirror exercise, you continue to do the inner work, you continue to take action steps if you feel guided. But it's important for you to not have expectations of how things look on the outside, and just have faith that things can and will change. They are bound to change when you are doing the work of Jeff and Shaleia.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like something like even something more recent for us with surrender. We were making these videos for you guys, and we were like really trying it to be in this way, or to just make it perfect, to just like try to make it in the best way we could have. But in the same time, like it required a lot more effort, a lot more time. Like everything wasn't feeling as good as it feels now, because now it's just like we surrender to the process. We're like, okay, here it's where we are, that's what we're gonna provide. And by that meaning, we just are more relaxed in the videos. We can just enjoy more the process,
Mm-hmm.
the whole process.
Exactly. And it doesn't mean that you will have results just not coming. It means that you allow the result to come, but in a way that maybe you don't know exactly how it will come into your life, right? And it's just important for you to relax into the process that's presented to you right now, and have faith.
Have faith in the process. Have faith in that everything is actually gonna be alright, and don't just put a lot of worry in that. And it's really safe for you to see as you get into this work, as you get into like mirror exercise and just go deeper with it, really how things fall into place in your life when you just surrender. When you're trying to control, nothing really works like that well. Maybe it worked before, like in the way you were doing things before, because I know like uh, one example like for my life when I was a kid, I was just trying to control to get what I want, and I always get it. But that doesn't mean that's how life works.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we were trained maybe to think that we work, but that's not the way the world works.
Yeah, because you don't desire something out of that place of like control, right? And when you try to control, you don't receive something that's like divine, right? Like who wants to have any boyfriend or girlfriend that's controlling, right? Like, oh, now you have to dress like this, and or now you have to be like this, or now you have to act in a certain way, and when my parents are home you have to be like this, and when my friends are home you have to be like, nobody wants that, right? You just want to be yourself and be free and have fun, right? And that's what it means to have to be surrendered, right? You're just being yourself, and it's important for you to be yourself on your twin flame journey and to have faith, right? Like when you're stuck, maybe just look like, are you trying to be something that you're not right now in order to be with your twin flame? Are you trying to fabricate something in order for you to be with your twin flame? Because if you do, like, your twin flame will know that you're not authentic with them, and therefore they will not like that, right? Like your twin flame is in love with you, but with you is like the divine you, and the you that's pure, you know, the you that the way that you have been created. And maybe you think that in order to be with your twin flame you have to be in a certain way, but you don't need to be in a certain way. You just need to be yourself. And I feel like this is also something that I noticed, like in my relationship, like with Laurentiu, it was so easy for me to be myself. And this is why we had a friendship period in the beginning, because I couldn't imagine that I could have like a romantic relationship in which I could just be myself, right? I thought that, you know, it had to be a little bit harder, or I had to be a little bit more skinnier, or I had to be smarter, or I had to be all of these things, you know, like I was like never enough. I felt like I was never enough in a way to be with my the perfect partner for me, my twin flame. I knew I wanted, you know, to have a perfect partner, to have my twin flame, but I never felt in that way, kind of just ready, or I never thought it can be easy, right? So when you're feeling stuck, you know, how are you making things hard on yourself? How are you trying to complicate things on your twin flame journey, right? Your twin flame journey is meant to flow easily, and this is how things happen between me and Laurentiu. They flow, right? And when we're not like in a flow, it's because we have like an upset that we're working through. So we invite you to see like what's the upset that you're working through right now, and just solve it and go back into the flow, because that's where you want to be. You want to be in like that juicy flow, to see that things are moving, right? And to see that you feel better, right? Maybe you're like in separation and you don't see nothing happening with your twin flame for months and months and months, but you feel better and better, and you start to love yourself more and more, and you realize that, hey, I'm actually good enough to be with my twin flame, right? And it may be something that you didn't felt in the beginning, like just ride that wave of good feeling, and that is what's gonna bring you towards your twin flame.
Yeah, and as you are with your twin flame, like I remember at the beginning, I was just making some jokes that Alexandra was was not getting them, like was not really like into them. But the more we continue with our relationship, the more surrender we were with each other. Therefore, we were more relaxed, so we could just enjoy each other's jokes that we couldn't before. And now she enjoys those jokes, and we can just like enjoy those jokes together. And the more we come closer and closer in our relationship, the more we surrender, the more we became ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's really beautiful because if you think the more you are with someone, the more you are yourself, that's kind of like, how does that work? Normally when you're with someone, maybe you're trying to be someone else in order to please that person. But with your twin flame, you cannot do that. You have to surrender into who you are in order to actually go deeper with them.
Yeah. So yeah, if you are stuck, just surrender and just allow yourself to be yourself in that space. And of course, do the mirror exercise and practice what Jeff and Shaleia teach you, so you can heal through this situation that can appear on your twin flame journey.
Yeah.
And I think, like, with this being said, we are going to conclude this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and comment under this video, subscribe, and see you in the next one.